time you say the name, she wins. But you know it ain't a game, she wins. Every time she make a move, she wins. But you know she never lose, she wins. Every time you say the name, she wins. But you know it ain't a game, she wins. Every time she make a move, she wins. But you know she never lose, she wins.
The signs of a stroke. I'm Sheila Winstead. In October of 2022, I suffered memory loss, which led to a stroke. My husband had come in from out of town, and we were talking, I hugged him, we were talking, and then had gotten a little tired, and so I wanted to go and lay down. Well, I lay down for a little while, and then my husband said, I jumped up and I said, I don't feel good. And I looked at him and I had no idea of who he was. I couldn't remember him at all. When he had come in, I was talking to my older son on the phone, and I couldn't remember him. I couldn't remember my son at all. I couldn't remember my husband. I couldn't remember anything. I did not know that I was having a stroke. We have to take care of ourselves. The memory loss, I later found out from the doctor, came from stress. I have always just been doing too much, and I've been stressing, trying to do everything for everybody. Well, then I waited, and I actually got my memory back, and I felt pretty good. The next day, I didn't go to the doctor right away with the memory loss. It was late. I was tired. I had already been going to physical therapy, and I was already worn out from another situation. But then my husband made me go to the hospital the next day, and I could feel myself, my vision went, it was very blurry. I was putting on my glasses and I still couldn't see. But at this time, I still didn't realize I had a stroke. I get to the doctor, they say, they asked me a few questions, and then my face had drooped just a little bit. They wanted me to smile, and my face was drooping. And then they wanted me to go to, and my speech was slurred. I was slurring and I was stuttering. And luckily, I was already at the clinic, and they sent me to the emergency room right away. Now, I want people to understand that you have to learn the signs. I was blessed enough to not have had any paralysis, and it took a while for my brain to heal. My stroke wasn't as bad as a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people suffer through stroke, and I encourage you to read up on it, and so that you can know the signs and that you can know how to take care of your loved ones when they have a stroke. Because with me, I didn't have any of the paralysis. So when I went home, my family still, they took good care of me, but they knew that I was off. Of course, I was a little slow because I had a brain injury, but a lot of people just thought because, oh, she doesn't look like anything is wrong. Anytime someone in your family have that type of diagnosis, you have to be very patient with them. Can't think, you're overthinking. You don't know if you're still going through the motions. Are you having another stroke? Be very patient. It has been 2 years, going on 3 years now since I had that stroke. And really, I am just now, maybe a month or two ago, feeling like my old self. I feel I was always outgoing, and always, anybody that know me, I'm always about business. I'm always on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, which is probably what happened to me. But anyway, so I want everybody to just know the signs of a stroke. Um, they have, you can an easy way to remember it is be fast. So the B means to check someone's balance. If they're off balance, have a headache, or they're dizzy, that's one sign. Check their eyes, that's the E. Eyes for blurred vision. F, one side of the face drooping. A, the arms for weakness and just numbness. Speech, check their speech. You want for slurred words and stuttering, and just see them like very, very confused. You want to be mindful of all these things. And then the T is for time to call 911. Now, when I say be fast, you have to really be fast. You have to learn these things, these letters. You have to learn them quickly, because if you think somebody is having a stroke, you cannot go wrong when calling 911. You have to really be fast. Don't take it for granted. Be fast. Get on that phone, call 911, talk to your loved one. But after the aftercare is important too. Remember that you have to be very patient with your loved one. They may look like they are all right, but sometimes they're still healing. A brain injury is very serious. That's where we have all of everything. That's the engine in your body. And so we have to be very patient. So I want everybody to please, I see a lot of young people. I was only in my 50s having a stroke. Looking just as normal, still could drive it and everything. So I want you guys to please be aware, take notice of your loved ones, and make sure that everything is all right. Okay? Can you do that for me? Thank you. Have a good day.
She wins. Every time you say the name, she wins. But you know it ain't a game, she wins. Every time she make a move, she wins. But you know she never lose, she wins. Every time you say the name, she wins. But you know it ain't a game, she wins. Every time she make a move, she wins. But you know